welcome back to another blockbuster episode of Buffalo Wing Review. As always, I'm Maniac, joined by my co-host Supreme. Supreme, how are we doing this week?
We're doing excellent this week, minus some inclement conditions outdoors. We had to move things indoors for the sound quality, otherwise all you would have been hearing was a bunch of blowing wind into the microphone.
It's looking like the movie Twister out there, and that's not anything that I'm looking to mess around with. And speaking of, mess around with, that would play hell on our audio and video quality. And speaking of quality, that's something we value very strongly here at Wing Reviews.
Oh, absolutely. It's been brought to our attention in some of our last reviews that with us reviewing wings out of a styrofoam box to go, that it actually could have a potential impact on the overall quality of the wings. Now, our intern, good Wintern, he did a phenomenal job researching the effects of styrofoam and the wings when you order wings to go, and it's actually, it suits you best for all you watching out there to ventilate the box in some way. So for our restaurant of the night tonight, the box came pre-ventilated, something we haven't seen yet in our reviews. I'm excited to see if it did truly help or whether there were any discernible difference between ventilated versus non-ventilated styrofoam boxes for the wings.
Yeah, it's a to each their own scenario. On one side, obviously, we want to maximize the quality of the wings we're testing. But on the same side, a lot of people are ordering wings to go, and they're waiting those 10 to 15 minutes in the styrofoam every time. So with that said, I'm not going to lie, I was the first to question flying good Wintern out to the West Coast to do those studies, but I think that they paid off in spades, and I think we're getting a full return on that investment for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But another thing we wanted to cover in the contents of the wing box.
Oh, yeah.
Two key ingredients and a little bit up for debate.
It's almost as much of a debate as drums versus flats. I mean, this will split aside a relationship. Someone you thought you loved, they'll tear you apart when you differ on this specific line.
Absolutely. It's carrots or celery. Now, myself, I'm a carrots guy. Maniac, he's a big celery guy. We work well together. But something that we're going to be interested in hearing some feedback from the viewers. Are you carrots? Are you celery? Do you like a mixture of both? Sometimes they come in the little plastic bags for the baby carrots. What's your preference? What are you dunking in the blue cheese? And do you treat carrots, celery as sides? Are they almost like French fries for your wing order? Or what's your take on that?
That's what I was going to talk about, because to me it's really more of a reset. I like carrots and celery, but they're cold. Wings are hot, so I have the carrots, and my preference obviously is celery. But I use it as kind of a cleanser, or as I like to call it, a Mercedes cleanse. I like to reset those taste buds and get going for my next wing.
Oh, absolutely. I lean towards carrots, but I don't discriminate versus either or, especially when you have a real spicy wing. You're trying to, negate that spice so you can keep going in your order. That's why I like the celery, but carrots I think have a little bit more flavor to them. Celery is just, it's green water basically.
I'm proud of both of us on the no discrimination. I think we learned from the Wing King on this quest, so I'm very pleased to say that we're adhering to his lessons and following through on them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, without any further ado, want to get into our review here.
Without further ado, let's get into this review. So where's the locale, Sleep? We're here at Studio M in Cheektowaga, exclusive. We shout out to all the behind the scenes people that got this done. Just an amazing studio set up here for us, and obviously we're gonna make some magic here. So more than David Blaine.
Absolutely. Here in Cheek to Vegas, we're here for a Cheek to Vegas staple, something that we had highly recommended to us. It's the 33 Speakeasy on Genesee. Sort of a bit of a divey bar, but heard about a lot of good times going on there, either during happy hours, on the weekends. They have a ton of great specials, so I'm really excited to get into this particular order of wings and put them to the test.
Let's pop these bad boys open. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, I'm seeing some good crispiness. Not a lot of sauce initially, but we got to dive into these guys.
That's true. Well, the sauce is hidden.
Oh, the sauce is hidden. You can already see.
It's hidden at the bottom.
Okay, so that's gonna play. You gotta cheers, my friend.
Well, the bottom of this is absolutely soaked.
Okay,
but it's okay.
Very light, crispy exterior. Getting some good meat underneath so far.
Definitely a ton of hot sauce on the bottom.
And as always,
very spicy.
and a little spice. I'm liking that spicy kick out of the medium. And as always, the rules are the same. Medium with no other specifications unless they ask. So if they ask if we want them crispy, sure. But with that said, it's just medium and nothing else. We got to put these all on a level playing field, and 33 Speakeasy is going to be no different.
Absolutely. One thing I did want to note is that this is an absolutely monster.
That's a bucket. That's a bucket.
That's a mini bucket of blue cheese, and for a blue cheese guy like myself, you love to see it.
Now my flat lost integrity, so I had to go to 2 hands. Something producer Al isn't a big fan of.
No,
He's a one-hander.
Find producer Degenerate L in the comments section of your latest wing review.
I'm changing lanes here. I'm going with a drum, even though I prefer the flats, and there's a bunch of good-looking ones. You get the crunchy top on the flat, pretty much, or I'm sorry, on the drum every time. It's kind of a guarantee. You just don't know what you're doing up there. The top of a drum is mysterious to me.
Absolutely. I think, well, with these wings, there's a ton of sauce on the bottom side. More so than even, I remember Union Pub was kind of the same way, not to the same degree, but
now,
it's a mess.
Do you hold points against the sauce because it's kind of swamped in there? Does it need to be glazed on to get like the full points, or do you award full points just because you're feeling that flavor?
Well, I think it definitely factors in because when you have so much sauce in the bottom and it pools and soaks to one side of the wing, I mean, styrofoam box, paper box, if you're eating a fresh plate of wings, if you have too much sauce on the bottom, they're going to start to get soggy after some period of time. So I think it's definitely a consideration of mine.
True. I got like a hybrid, half sauced, half not.
That's what I'm saying.
It's interesting.
Let's see.
Overall, pretty good meat though from the Speakeasy. Solid.
Oh, absolutely.
Lacking a little bit in the crunch to me, the crispiness.
Now this is a problem. This wing has so much sauce on the bottom that I'm having a tough time getting blue cheese on it.
You can't lube up that blue.
That's when you've reached your sauce threshold and you're beyond that, is when you can't even get the blue cheese on there. So I think that's going to be a little bit of a knock.
As our friend John Wowrow would say, Johnny 3 Dubs with the Alright, I'm about ready to lock in the digits. Sir Sleepington.
Well, you want to give them your score while I finish up on this last one?
Yeah, I'm ready to kick it off. I thought overall they're good. The sauce is definitely good. You hate to see it swamped like that, so you can't give full credit, just like Supreme, my bad. Just like Supreme said. With that, you got to give them credit for a spicy medium. We've seen some mediums that have been lacking, so these mediums definitely have a little kick. Wish they had a little bit more crispiness, so overall, I'm still a little undecided. I'm going to go with a Duke Preston. 75, lock it in. 75 out of 100, 3/4 score. Speakeasy, 75.
Absolutely. Well, I would say that the sauce level definitely worked against these wings. If there were less sauce, it would have been more favorable. But I'm locking it in for my old football number, a 71 on this one. It just, the amount of sauce on the bottom part really made them so soggy that it was almost forgettable, the top portion of the wings that were crispy and otherwise very perfect in the amount of spice that was given. So 71.
Alright, so, not terrible for Speakeasy, but, we've seen better, obviously, and we will see many better along this quest.
Absolutely. Well, hey, as we say,
Good wings
now.